Mm-hmm. Well, are you recording? Hello there. I am fresh out of my shower from getting cleaned up from cleaning up this place. I want to address something before I show you everything though, and that is that I understand from some of you that this format has changed and some of you might not like it that much. But the reason why I have done this actually is part of my real life first, but also me following a new way of thinking about my home that I am going to start sharing with you. I call it adaptive homekeeping. Really, it's about prioritizing what is important. And it got so hard to edit all of the videos that I just stopped for a while. But I didn't want to stop. I wanted to share with you what I was doing. And so I just started recording videos again, and I'm doing it in this easier, simpler format. I almost don't edit at all in this way, and it has helped me a lot. But at the same time, I have been recording everything I'm doing. And I've told you that before, but I'm not yet quite ready to edit it all together to tell you the story of this yard step by step. I know I've been telling, and I want to show you, and I will do that. So let's take a look at what I've done so far, and then I can tell you a little bit more about adaptive homekeeping. So I cleaned up here last week, and this week I've got myself a little bit of a workspace going. Let me put this away. I use it all the time, so putting it away is right here. So, old cabinet. I was working today, so I haven't cleaned it up all the way. I wear my bifocal safety glasses and my gloves always, like my pencil. Not sure where to put the recycle stuff, so I'm also the tiny recycle things that are dangerous. Use the clamps today too. Also, ooh, you'll see what I've been doing with the roofing stuff in a little while. But this is a work table that was hanging out in the garage, and I pulled it out, and that was a job. But you can see that it's been my work table before because look at the cut line. And you can see in my nice clean area from last week, I've got lumber in it. And let me tell you a little bit of a story about that lumber. I ordered it. I knew it was coming Monday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. But of course, what happened was I woke up and it was here. And I knew it was here because I looked at my email, and the first email said, you have your order's out for delivery. And the second email said, no, wait. The first email said, your delivery's here. The second email said, it's out for delivery. It was kind of funny. And then I was like, got really fast Vladimir calls. And I'm like, I know, I read my email. And I got Era up, and it took us about an hour, but we moved everything here because it's the lumber. And also, look at that lovely corrugated metal back there. And a little bit of cement pavers and stuff. So I'm getting ready to go on making a whole line of the hugelkultur beds. I really need to figure out how to pronounce that. It's kind of a mess here because I've been moving stuff out of the way, rearranging things, but I'm going to have a whole line of them there. Today and this past week, I have been working more on the foundation of my little chicken coop. And let's see, I did that. What else was I doing? Moved wood, worked on the foundation there, and I'm getting ready to actually pour cement right there. And I started putting rocks in, and I started getting the rocks out from even the chicken coop to fill in there. And I realized I have to fix the retaining wall leak that I had. And so I did that this morning. It was kind of a funny morning. And so, yeah, look. No. They're going to come out if I show you. It's okay. We'll put them back. They've been out almost all day. So, yeah, I fixed the retaining wall. I fixed that wall last week. She's really gentle. It doesn't look like it, but she doesn't. She's careful about not pecking me. She's our oldest, Gladys. Look at how nice and neat it looks there. But it's not done. I need to reinforce by the food right there. See? I actually have cement under it. There will be a little bit more just to kind of rodent-proof the place a little more. And, oh yeah, this had chicken wire in it. No, it doesn't. Which is good for now. But if I ever have to isolate them, I've got one panel. I need to make 2 more panels of, yeah, Vladimir is pointing to stuff. 2 more panels of hardware cloth so that if I need to isolate chickens or if I need to combine flocks. And so, meanwhile, I cleaned this up a little bit, found more proof that rodents are here. This is actually screwed on there. It's for fun for the chickens to just have a different little place, maybe scratch or bugs or something I can put in there. So it's really coming together here. It is, I'm excited. This is going to be a full-on little just step right there. All clean and nice and neat, one line. And I was getting up first thing this morning to do that this morning with the cement. And then I realized, why am I rushing so much when it's going to get hard and the cement will still be curing during really hot weather, which makes cement weak. And we had a massive windstorm. And so I had to throw all the cement under there and, yeah, protect it.
It rained in a couple days.
Yeah, it rained. But it was a huge windstorm. And it was raining a little bit, so I also recorded that. I was like, ah! And I had to make the chickens safe. All right, so all of this foundation work, again, is for the roof that's going up, and it's going to go up. But as I was working there, I wanted to work on the foundation here, which meant I had to put up my permanent. Vladimir's he's distracting me. Okay, first, before I show you what I did in here, which is fantastic. This came from our peach tree. Vladimir just handed it to me. We did not thin it, so our peaches are very small. Let me take a bite. Let's look at the tree. Because this is so good. I forgot how good peaches are. Because they just don't do peaches like these anymore. You get them basically unripe. And they never ripen up well off the tree. Look at them. And we got it as just a little tiny thing this is what it looked like in a planter container. And we had to acclimate it. And I was worried about the winter since it was so cold. So I brought it in. That peach stayed for 2 years, growing teeny tiny leaves, like one little leaf and another leaf or 3 leaves. I knew they were almost there, but they'd been looking green and suddenly they're here. Oh, wow. This just goes to prove that this poor little struggling tree has blossomed into a beautiful fruit-bearing tree. It's a dwarf tree. We didn't want one that was very high anyway. But I don't know. Look at how small it is. And it's bearing this much fruit. Wow.
You know the chicken will eat peaches now. You open them.
Yeah. In front of them, right?
Yep.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
While I distract you, you can go back.
Okay.
You can cut if you want.
No, this is good. This is good. Wow. Yay, peach tree. Good for it. All right, what's fantastic? Look, I got out my air compressor so that I can put staples up without killing my hands. If you have the tools, people use them. Hello? Oh, what have I got? You can't? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just reinforcing that you're going to eat this, aren't you? I won't give you the whole pit, though. All right. Come around here, hun. And let's show them where the roofing is. Oh, look at this. And a handle. Because I have, this is this metal here, so that it won't get under here. That's the old one. And I didn't paint it like I had intended to, so I needed to replace it. I had also intended to put roofing on it, but it was too heavy, so I thought I'll paint it. So I got a lighter piece of wood and I roofed it, and it's coming up. See, if people try to go like this, it's not gonna work, guys. So use the handle. That's what the handle is for. People are used to using the wood, but I'm telling my family this and they're not here. That's funny. You won't have to open it. And I switched hardware wire. Instead of chicken wire, it's hardware wire. It looks a lot neater. This is a super temporary until I can get a board in there. But what this does here, look at this. Did I show how nifty this is? I can put the food in there. I think I have. So this all is going to be reinforced a little bit neater, a little bit better. Make it so that even when it's like that, nobody can get in there. I'll have to fix that tomorrow. Very temporary. But I'm also going to be laying cement in there. I'm really rodent proofing this, and this hardware cloth is even going to be embedded in the cement. This is a permanent structure. There are real things we always have to deal with, and so I decided to just embed it in the cement. But again, I have to wait till it cools off. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing back here. I did the retaining and the roofing and that all today. Monday, I took everything in, and then on Friday, look at this. Instead of the ugly metal temporary things, now I've had this for a little while, but I got a real 4x4. I'll still make these look neat. And there'll be a gate here, and a gate here, and just fence here. But why put a gate up when it's all open right now anyway? So yeah, that has been the theme of this week, is cement. I was really scared of doing the cement work because I'm a middle-aged woman, right? But I've been going slow and thinking of how I can do it the way I am, and I'm getting a lot stronger. I have noticed this, and that's what happens when you do things, is you get stronger. But I've been going slow and thinking carefully about each step that I need to do and how I can do it with my body the way that it is. And that and my temporary format of video keeping is part of adaptive homekeeping. You do what you can and when you can, and don't expect yourself to do it all, because a lot of the programs, a lot of the things you see out there show instant before and afters. It looks fantastic, but this is taking weeks, months. We're into months. This is taking months now, and it's not instant. And I can't get that, wow! I can only do what I can do right now, and give myself grace and honor what I've done. For instance, with my chicken coop, I did a lot of kind of makeshift, make do, fixing little problems here and there, and I did good work back then. It was fine. It was not perfect, but it was fine. But now I'm in a place where I need to improve it better. So I have thought about why I did what I did back then, and I'm not angry at myself because I did my best back then. And now I am able to fix it up to look nicer and to be stronger. And that's all we can do, right? A big part of this has been planning. And next week, as I talk about adaptive homekeeping, I will be talking about planning, whether it is the very next steps we do on the day that we're doing it, or even a 5-year plan, because a lot of this yard has taken years and steps to develop. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn more about planning, like and subscribe, and just know I really am recording all of this, and the old format, the old storytelling format is coming back soon. Love y'all. Bye.